Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, Dave. This is Tony from Colorado. Just wondering, is there any way you can tell us about the UDFAs that Cleveland picked up? Haven't heard much on them. You guys usually do a good job of wrapping that out. Thank you. Bye.
All right, as always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Let's welcome in Tyler Johnson, Faithful Dogs Podcast, as well as Network 216. Tyler, we'll go into some specifics on some of the undrafted rookie free agents. In general, there's some intriguing names who could end up on the 53-man roster from this list that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. One name that really sticks out to me is Ohio State safety Ronnie Hickman. He's not the only Buckeye the Browns added, but Ronnie Hickman was considered by many to be a 5th to 6th round pick. And reportedly, the Browns were actually nearly drafted him a couple times, but they elected to pass. So I'm not sure if they knew that he was going to go undrafted, they might have had some intel there. But he's a great addition. 84.8 overall grade this past year, according to Pro Football Focus. 88.9 coverage grade. 75.3 run defense. 20% forced incompletion rate, which is fantastic. He can play in the slot, play in the box, play deep safety. So I love that addition. First and foremost, because I think he has a legit chance to make the roster, especially given the fact the Browns have not, outside of Juan Thornhill, have not signed another safety. Some other guys that really caught my eye, and I think it's interesting, Lonnie Phelps, the defensive end coming out of Kansas. The reason he's an interesting name, he was someone else that was projected to be a day 3 draft pick. He was Pro Football Focus's 178th overall player. So they had him as a draftable prospect. This past year at Kansas, he had 8 sacks. The year before, he had 10 sacks, 74.5 grade this past year. He's 6'2", 244 pounds. So he is on the smaller side. But the thing that's interesting about him, Dave, is that the Browns gave him some guaranteed money. So they must have a feeling that he's going to contend for a roster spot. They gave him $250,000 guaranteed. Another guy they gave some guaranteed money to is Mohamed Diabite. Hopefully I said that name correctly. The linebacker out of Utah and also the transfer out of Florida. They gave him $250,000 as well. So Andrew Berry has spent a good amount of money on some undrafted free agents. And with Diabite, he was another guy they projected to be drafted. He was their 236th overall player, but he had an 83.9 pass rush grade this past year, 66.3 overall grade. So the grades aren't fantastic. 38 overall tackles, but the Browns have some diamonds in the rough here. And I think that's why Andrew Berry traded away that 7th round pick, is so he could go out and make these UDFA deals, because the Browns added some real talent.